there guys, and welcome back to just a quick little random type video. At this time that I'm making this video, I actually already have the Microsoft Entertainment Pack video up on my channel, so I'm not really sure when I'm going to upload this, but I just got this video idea because I just got in this Dell Inspiron Mini 1210 laptop from a thrift store that I volunteer at, and they basically wanted me to test it and see if it works at all. And after doing a few basic tests on it, it does seem to function properly, and I just wanted to make just a quick little video on it before giving it back to them to sell. But yeah, this is the Dell Inspiron, or I think it's how you pronounce it, is the Dell Inspiron Mini 1210, and this is a laptop from the Windows 7 era of computing, but they decided to put Windows XP on this, and let me just go to the product page here. Yeah, it's basically sort of a semi-netbook style. It's got this really small form factor. Just for comparison, this is my iPhone 5 here, and here it is compared to the entire laptop. So this is a 4-inch phone, and this is I think this is I don't know what size that the actual screen is, but it's not really that powerful. So let's just do a quick little tour on the outside of the laptop before that I actually open it up. So on the front here is this really reflective type of, I guess, plastic on here. As you can see the reflection of my iMac in the corner there. It also attracts a lot of fingerprints, so if I start putting my hand on here, it gets a lot of fingerprints on here. We have the Dell logo right there in the center, and I'm just going to give you a tour of all the ports it has. So on the side here, on the left side, I believe that first port is a Kensington lock, or a Kensington, yeah, I think that's a Kensington lock. Next to that we have the power port, and we have next to that a VGA out, and we have 2 USB ports. I'm guessing that's going to be 2.0 because I don't think 3.0 is really mainstream at this time. Sorry, I just bumped the camera there. On the back here, this is kind of where the battery goes in, and you can see how small that they wanted to make this is because they actually have the battery as like a whole separate component. It's not like built into the computer itself. So I'm going to take this out here in a second to show you what that looks like. On this side here, we have an Ethernet jack right there. We have another USB. We have a microphone and a headphone port. I'm just going to let the camera focus in there. I guess that's the best we're going to do. So yeah, those are all the ports on that side. We also have an SD card reader that says SDMS/MMC. That's that right there. And yeah, so that's basically the side ports and everything. I'm just going to go to the bottom here and show you. Now this was designed for Windows XP. This right here is actually a Windows XP Home Edition product key sticker. However, it does say, and I'm not going to show you because it has the actual key there, but it does say large screen LFD for some odd reason. So yeah, it's got that. Over here we have this is the ID kind of things. This is for the wireless card, and this is for the Bluetooth card in there. So this has built-in Bluetooth and wireless. And over here, so yeah, here's what I mean. I'm not sure if the key would you be showing it would matter, but I just don't really want to do it because I'm sure when the store does sell this, they're probably going to want the key. But yeah, you can see it says Windows XP Home Edition LRG SCRN LFD, which I don't really know. I guess it means large screen something or other. I'm not really sure what that means. I mean, if you guys know what that means, be sure to let me know, because I have not seen any sticker like that before. And up here we have so apparently this was serviced at one point, because that's what that says right there. And we have the actual Dell product sticker. It says Dell, and then Dell.com, then Inspiron 1210. It's got all the battery information stuff down there. So, oh, and actually I'm going to take the battery out. Let me just set this down and make sure it's still recording. Yes, we are. Alright, I'm just going to pull the battery out here. So to do that, I'm just going to pull this to the side and pull this, and we're going to just lift it out here. And this is your kind of standard lithium-ion type battery. I don't believe it holds a charge anymore. I didn't get like an official Dell charger with this laptop, so I kind of had a like an old spare charger that just happened to fit the port, and it was the same amperage. So, yeah, it was the same voltage, and the amperage was very similar, so it just kind of worked out that way. And it does work, but it doesn't charge the battery. I'm going to show you that in a minute, but there's all the battery info right there. It says Dell. I'm just going to focus in on that. It's always so hard for this camera to focus for some reason. But yeah, it's just your basic battery stuff, and it is kind of interesting how they made this a whole separate component, as I haven't really seen many laptops do that lately. And this is a really light laptop, by the way. I probably should mention that. You know, of course, it was from the time when I mean, I don't know if you would consider this like a full-on netbook, as those were like really smaller than this. They were probably about the size of like an iPad mini or something, maybe a bit larger, but this is a sort of semi-netbook kind of thing. As I'm just going to open it up here and I'll show you what I mean. So yeah, this is the inside of the laptop right here. So yeah, there's a few main problems that I have with this laptop. Number one is that this keyboard is really compact, and you're gonna see over here on this side these 4 arrow keys. They're like really small. I mean, I'm not really used to, you know, messing with these types of arrow keys, and it's just, I mean, I'm guessing it is good that they fit like a, you know, like a full-size keyboard, even though like it doesn't have like a number pad on here, but still it's definitely usable. It just doesn't really feel the greatest to type on, but you know, from this time I guess it was okay. And this trackpad is not good at all. It like this piece of plastic right here, it's literally just like a slab of plastic. There's like, it doesn't feel very well to like track on, and these buttons are like really, like they aren't really like, they don't feel very tactile. I mean, you can hear them, but like they press down like they go like really far in when you press them down. It's just not really like well like designed, I think. But I mean, it still works obviously, but this trackpad is just kind of weird in that sense. But you know, that's just my opinion. I'm sure other people see it as perfectly fine. And you'll see over here on this side, I'm just going to zoom in over here. So yes, this has an Intel Atom Inside sticker and a Design for Windows XP sticker, because yeah, it was designed for Windows XP. However, it is running Windows 7 on here. It's actually running Windows 7 Enterprise, which is kind of odd, as I don't really know of many businesses that would use a old netbook or like type of netbook to like because like there's not really many things that you can do with that. I mean, you're very limited to what you can actually do with that. But I'm guessing for like basic word processing and web browsing it was okay, but they have like an actual licensed enterprise copy on here, which, by the way, there's still some things on here which I'm going to show you that the previous owner did not wipe. So I'm just going to be showing you not the actual files, but what type of files they are, because I'm not a jerk. I'm not going to expose people for their files. So what I'm actually going to do now is plug in this charger that I have for it, and we're going to power this thing on, and I'll show you what is running and what you can do with it. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I have the laptop plugged in. I'm just going to turn it on now, and we're going to see oh, actually the cord is not plugging all the way. There we go. And we're just going to turn it on. And this is also a very quiet machine. Like you just heard, like you don't really hear it turn on very well, or like it's not very loud at all. It doesn't have that big of a hard drive. I'm guessing it's I don't think it's solid state, but it might be. And I don't think solid state drives are mainstream at this point. And yeah, so it doesn't boot Windows 7 like that quickly. But it does, it's pretty fair considering it's like an Intel Atom processor. You'll see that it goes by the whole like actual boot screen pretty fast, but when it comes to the login screen, at least the last time I did it, it'll just like sit on this black screen. Okay, see, now it's not going to do it. Yeah, so you see now it's just I'm going to say welcome, and this sometimes takes a while, and of course every time I say that, it for some reason gets like faster. Alright, so apparently me connecting me trying to connect through remote desktop to this computer didn't really work out very well, because it wouldn't really, like, I don't know, it was just some weird happening, but, so yeah, I'm just gonna have to do it this, like, old school style where I just kind of point the camera at the computer, and I'm just gonna kind of talk about it. First of all, I'm gonna give a few kind of like, I guess or like some history about this machine. This was released around the sort of Windows 7 time frame. It was when Windows 7 was new. So I actually found a PC Mag article from around the time that this was released, and it's just kind of what their thoughts on it were. And they did this review on the 23rd of January 2009, so probably when this thing was new. Now this came with Windows XP on it, as I showed you that one sticker before that said design for Windows XP. Even though it was around the Windows Vista era, Windows 7, I don't think Windows 7 was out yet, because it was probably released in maybe late 2008. Windows 7 didn't come out till like early mid 2009. So this was one of those computers where Vista wasn't really succeeding very well, so they wanted to put the more stable Windows XP on it. So this cost $524 at the time of its release, and this is what PC Mag says about it. The pros, it says that it has a big 12-inch screen, which obviously is not very big for today, but for the time it kind of was. It says that it has a good resolution. It's very thin, which I still think, even in today's terms, it is still very thin. It says that it is as light as a 10-inch, as light as its 10-inch netbook peers. Ubuntu is a top-notch Linux operating system, so I'm guessing they had models that would come with Ubuntu on it, but this one didn't. This one obviously came with Windows XP, but I guess you could opt for a Ubuntu or Ubuntu, however you say it. You could get that free Linux distro on your computer. It says that the Intel Atom platform is solid, again, for the time, and it has multiple battery options. Now the battery in this doesn't really charge anymore, but that's just due to age. Now the cons, it says that it's slow, which it kind of is, especially running Windows 7. It's very laggy opening up Windows and stuff. It'd probably be better on Windows XP or an older version of Ubuntu Linux, but of course I can't really test that, unless I wipe the whole installation. It says that it has a 4200 RPM hard drive, which is probably not the greatest even for that time. And it says that it's pricey, because you could spend $524 and probably get something a little bit better, for the time. You could get something maybe with a better battery, or with a better, or that's faster, or with a faster hard drive. So for the bottom line, it says, sure, the Dell Inspiron Mini 12 is expensive related to other netbooks, but it's the only one with a 12-inch screen. So you were basically paying for the screen in this instance, but that would basically be your decision if you really wanted to have this larger 12-inch screen. So now what I'm going to kind of do is show you some things that have been left on the computer by the previous owner. As you can see, this guy was probably a Minnesota Vikings fan, as you can see from this wallpaper here. Now luckily he has wiped most everything off of here, and that's usually what you want to do, especially for something that is running Windows 7 Enterprise, and that's, by the way, what this is running. It's running a corporate thing, so I'm not really sure why, as to why a corporate would need a 12-inch netbook, but I'm sure there was some reason behind it, maybe for just average web browsing, but they put a whole corporate copy on here, and there's not that many corporate programs. I guess they completely uninstalled everything. However, they did leave on Uvu and Google Chrome. But most of the files, as I said, there's pretty much everything's wiped, except for if you go into my pictures, there's 2 pictures of the same wallpaper. There's this one, and this one's slightly different, but they're both Minnesota Viking wallpapers. But for some reason, the main user on here is called 2013, and that might be the user's number, or it might be the year that this netbook was acquired or something. I don't know. There was no password on this account at all, which is odd for something in the enterprise, as usually enterprise computers you have to log into the network with with a given username and a password, but this just logged on when I turned it on. So yeah, that's also kind of weird. Something also very strange is that the F key is broken. So I'm tapping the F key right now. I'm just gonna move down here to show you there's nothing happening. So I'm just, yeah, it's like completely broken. When I was trying to do or when I was going into the CMD to find out what local IP this thing had, I couldn't type IP config. I had to use the on-screen keyboard because the F key is broken. All the other keys do work, at least from what I can see, but that was kind of weird as to why that didn't work. I will show you. We'll run winver here for all those. Let me see. Oh, look at that! The V key is also broken. So the F key, the V key, yeah, so the F and V key is broken for some reason. That's kind of weird. I don't know why those two keys are broken. Alright, so it's running Windows 7 Enterprise, obviously Windows NT 6.1, because Microsoft did that for whatever reason. Copyright 2009, it's registered to Windows user, and there's no domain or anything listed. I will show you the specs here. We'll go into computer, we'll right click, we'll go into properties, and I'll just quickly show you this here. We are running, if I can get this, I guess the on-screen keyboard is always on top, I gotta minimize that. We are running obviously Windows 7 Enterprise 2009 Service Pack 1, and we are the whole thing's being powered by an Intel Atom CPU Z520. Yeah, at 1.33 gigahertz, which is slow in today's terms, definitely. But for like an average netbook, probably pretty decent back then. It had 1 gig of RAM. It has a 32-bit operating system, obviously, and the computer name is for some reason Windows and a bunch of like random letters. So, yeah. And this copy of Windows is activated. I'm not gonna like actually scroll the page down because you will see the actual product key and everything. But yeah, as I said, this is an actual legal copy of Windows that they paid for to have their volume licensing on here. And I don't even know what organization this computer belonged to. It might be the Minnesota Vikings college, whatever college let's call them. I don't know the name right now, but. Highly doubt it, but again, maybe. So just launch Google Chrome here. We'll see what we have, if there's any more user data. At the end, I am going to show you Uvu, because Uvu's there's some pretty interesting stuff on there. So yeah, I think Google Chrome is pretty much wiped, which is again pretty good that he did that. Yeah, he's not signed in. We go into settings. Yeah, everything's pretty much wiped. History, he has not cleared his history, so we can see what the heck he was doing. Yeah, always clear your history, guys, and this is why. He was looking up a bunch of stuff on ESPN, a bunch of football games. He was on Facebook, did an Ask.com search. Yeah, and this was all in 2013, by the way, so this is probably put out of service in 2013. And yeah, so that's kind of interesting. Let's scroll down a bit. Fantasy football, instant checkmate, background checks. Yeah, we got a pretty much like a sports fan laptop. You can probably see that. And well, I might as well just show you. Yeah, this guy. He left Uvu on here because for whatever reason, people don't log out of Uvu when they donate their laptops. So I am gonna block out the information. I mean, I could log in and like start chatting with people that this guy has in his contact list, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm not like a jerk. But again, if this laptop fell into the wrong hands, I mean, this guy could have his online presence completely ruined. I mean, this just amazes me that people do this. It's like it's so simple. Like this should be a message to all you guys: format your hard drives before you donate or sell your laptops, because people aren't always going to be nice enough to do it for you, and you might have somebody that could use that data against you. So I guess take this as kind of a public service announcement to wipe your data, because yeah, again, probably not the best thing to leave your password saved on a computer that you donate for a chatting service. So yeah, that is pretty much it. As I said, I am going to do the right thing and wipe this hard drive, because I don't want to sell this with a bunch of user data on it. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. And I'd just like to thank you guys for watching. This was kind of a like random off the wall video, kind of like the Windows 10 on a Pentium 4 thing. But I do like doing these videos, as it's just kind of random and it just lets me like speak my thoughts to you guys instead of I just feel like this is more, you know, personal or whatever. But I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, you know, probably sometime next week, maybe the week after that, because I already uploaded a video this week, so I might hold it off. Might even just upload it this week, who knows. But anyway, guys, just, you know, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, definitely be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.